What's going on, Jerome's another Raw Real Garage Rant. Now, our open letter to Kirk Cousins went over pretty well, and we got another one for Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, general manager of the Minnesota Vikings, where, Kwesi, coming from right, look at me, Kwesi, dude, we got to get something together in off-season number 3, and when the Vikings hired you to be general manager, it was definitely an outside the box hire where most general managers around the league are guys that at minimum played a little bit of college ball, came up through the scouting ranks, regional scout, director of college scouting, a director of pro personnel. And you coming from a Wall Street background, analytics, R&D with the Niners, eventually worked with the Browns. It was a leap of faith, and it's something that I feel like it's something that I want to have more of, a more analytical approach to the game as opposed to just, dip, chewing tobacco. That guy can play. There has to be a balance. But I feel like if things go tease up with the Vikings, I feel like another analytical guy isn't going to get hired anytime soon. Or a guy who's pure analytics. Now, each team involves analytics in some fashion. But I feel like the Vikings are sitting on the knife edge of history in this offseason. It could be one of the most consequential offseasons in team history. The decision at quarterback. Kirk back on a Band-Aid deal, quarterback of the future, Justin friggin' Jefferson, Danielle Hunter, etc. And, Kwesi, first two off seasons, especially that 2022 draft, maybe not so much. But I see the vision. And frankly, a lot of Vikings fans do, where getting into a spot where you're getting rid of guys a year too early versus a year too late. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough with the exodus of stars that have been on this team for a long time, whether it be a Dalvin Cook or Adam Thielen or Eric Kendricks, etc. It's tough. It really is. But I understand the logic behind it. But the thing is, you have to start backfilling with some talent of your own. And the 2022 draft class certainly was not it. But then 2023, looking pretty good. Jordan Addison in the first round. I think Mekhi Blackmon in the third is going to be a huge asset. Brian Flores absolutely loves and adores him. Ivan Pace Jr. as a UDFA is huge. Also, Jaquelin, if he could get the time of day, I think he could be a little something. But you got to nail this draft. You have to nail this offseason. No more pussyfooting around. No more Marcus Davenport rolls of the dice. You got to start batting. I understand it's unfair, but you have to have like an 800 batting average this offseason, man, because this one is very key. And what the decision with Kirk, and I think that your tact of your likely tact, just reading the tea leaves of, hey, we would like you back, but up to X number of years and X number of dollars, and we don't want to exceed that. And frankly, him seeing the market may be beneficial to you. And maybe he'll run things back, maybe not. But say that Kirk leaves. That's quarterback stability that this franchise hasn't really had in recent years before Kirk, right? And now you have to find your guy. So roll the dice, trade all the way up, and make sure that your guy is your guy. You and Kevin O'Connell, you have to hand pick him and you have to groom him, and he has to be ready to rock and roll because you cannot miss on this. And frankly, most GMs get 3-4 years, and if the rookie TBD that you guys select, whether it's in the top 3, whether it's McCarthy, whether it's Nix, whether it's Penix, whether it's Rattler, who knows? If he falls flat on his face like Bryce Young did last year, it's over. It's a wrap. It's finito. Like, you're going to be fired. Kevin O'Connell's probably going to be fired. Everyone's going to be fired, man. All right, but you got to hit this pick. And frankly, whoever you get is going to walk into a beautiful situation. And also, if you do secure a guy like Jaden Daniels, or you land a quarterback that Justin Jefferson is comfortable with, you'll extend him, and the money will take care of itself. He deserves to be the highest paid player in NFL history at wide receiver. That'll get done. That will get done. I have every faith in that happening. But that quarterback's going to walk into a phenomenal situation with the weapons, with Kevin O'Connell, and hopefully it will work out. But it's got to work out. It's got to work out. Again, Kwesi, I'm pleading with you, man. I am. And with Danielle Hunter, I know that you and Danielle and his agent have worked out compromises the last 2 off seasons, and I think Danielle is probably going to leave. I think Daniil is probably going to get huge money in free agency, probably 25 million bucks per year plus, and it sort of is what it is. And we said before, Kirk and Daniil leaving for basically nothing other than 2025 comp consideration, that's a bad error. But the error will be glossed over if you find your quarterback of the future. If you replace Daniil on the edge, may I interest you in our finest Brian Burns? Who knows, man? But it's a key off season. I mean, your face of your franchise is teetering whether he wants to be here or not. I think that he will be back, but he just wants to know what the plan is. And you have a chance to find your quarterback of the future. And I do believe that you were interested in trading up for Richardson last year. Get something done this year. Whether it's J.J. McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, don't care who it is. If he's your guy, go get your guy. Don't just settle. Don't fall into another Christian Ponder situation. And Kwesi, for the entire analytics community, you got to hit this. I mean, you have to nail this offseason. Otherwise, I don't know if there will be another offseason for you with the Vikings. And same thing with Kevin O'Connell. All right, so that's how consequential this offseason is, man. Because this is a good football team, and you've talked about the competitive rebuild. It's time to be rebuild and now be competitive. Put your stamp on this team, and you look at the Chiefs, youngest defense in the league, their second best defense. Get Brian Flores some dudes as well and go from there. I mean, this has a chance to be a very, very special team, but you got to put it together, man. I mean, you're the one shopping for the groceries. Let's go to Aldi, baby. That's right. That's right, man. Anyways, that's it. Open letter to Kwesi. You know what to do. Skull, no production value.